Our hearing this morning impacts the regulation on environment for new and existing chemicals, a subject that lies at the intersection of innovation, safety, and U.S. competitiveness. Today, we'll hear from both sides of a chemical equation, from the Huntsman Corporation, represented by their Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Peter Huntsman, and Boeing, represented by Dr. Gwen Gross, Senior Technician Fellow in Compositions and Chemical Technology and Chief Chemist, and Dr. Tracy J. Woodruff, PhD, MPH, UCSF, Professor and Director of Program on Reproductive Health and the Environment, and members of the National Academy of Medicine. And I'll allow our ranking member perhaps to introduce her just a little bit more in the remarks, but I'll just say a few minutes myself about our other two witnesses. Mr. Huntsman and Dr. Gross bring critical perspective. Mr. Huntsman leads a company whose core business is the development of new chemicals that enables the development of safer, more efficient, and more effective products in the United States. Dr. Gross represents a major customer of those materials, an aerospace manufacturer whose ability to incorporate new chemistries into aircraft is essential to maximizing the safety and the performance of aircraft and maintaining American competitiveness. Together, their perspectives embody the essential relationship between chemical manufacturers and their customers, those who depend on chemical innovation to drive American industry forward. Every day, American chemical manufacturers like Huntsman invest billions of dollars in research and development to produce new materials that can reduce emissions, improve safety, and maintain U.S. industrial competitiveness. These new chemicals enable lighter, stronger, and more efficient products to reach the market, from cars to aircraft to medical devices. However, regulatory delays and ambiguities in the chemical approval process can stifle that innovation, forcing companies to move research overseas or abandon promising materials altogether. That's not good for our workers, our consumers, or the environment. On the other end of the supply chain are manufacturers like Boeing, companies that rely on those new chemicals to build world-class products that meet our highest safety standards. Dr. Gross and her team work every day to integrate next-generation replacement materials into aircraft, a lengthy approval process including, in this example, EPA, the addition to FAA, and Department of Defense. When the regulations guiding chemical approvals change faster than the relevant agencies can deliver the chemical approvals or certifications, companies like Boeing are caught in a difficult position, hamstrung by a process that may actually prevent safer or more effective replacement chemicals from ever reaching the final products. Those regulatory bottlenecks can ripple across the entire aerospace supply chain, impacting thousands of suppliers and hundreds of thousands of workers. Our challenge, therefore, is not whether to regulate chemicals. Of course, we must regulate, but how do we do so in a way that protects public health and the environment without stifling American innovation? We must ensure that our regulatory system keeps pace with modern science, supports collaboration between EPA and other relevant agencies, and gives both chemical manufacturers and their customers the certainty that they need to invest, produce, and compete globally. America cannot lead in advanced manufacturing if our innovators do not have a chemical approval process that works. Thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to hearing from all three of our witnesses, and I'll yield to the ranking member.